everyone, welcome back. If you and I have not met yet, my name is Melissa and this is my Vlogmas 2020. I did a really quick run to Costco and to Target in kind of preparation for my kids being home for a few weeks for Christmas break. And I just wanted to kind of show you the things that I'm starting to stock up on. I'm going to do a video next week showing you the different things that I do to get ready for them being home and all of that, but this is just kind of my prep before the prep, if that makes any sense. And I just kind of wanted to show you what I got, different things that I was thinking, and maybe that will kind of jog your brain to kind of start some of your prep as well for either company or littles or littlers that you're going to have in your home for the next couple weeks as well while they're on vacation. We stay fairly stocked on this Oikos 000 yogurt, and my kids absolutely love it. The flavors are vanilla, mixed berry, and strawberry, and they just come in these little tiny like single-sized containers. They can either use them for breakfast, snack. I put them in their lunches a lot. They've got kind of the freezer bags. So on the days that I send these, that's the bag that they use. So this is just kind of something that I wanted to make sure I had on hand when they were going to be home for longer periods of the day. I've got a 14-year-old son, so when he's at home, pretty much every hour he's eating, which I thank God for, because there was a time I couldn't even force him to eat. So I'm certainly not complaining, but I wanted to make sure that I was stocked on that. And then I got some of these little Smokies. These are the Cloverdale hardwood slow smoked uncured beef Smokies, and we use these a lot during the holidays for like appetizers. My kids like pigs in a blanket, and so we will use these for those as well. So I kind of got them knowing that I would use half for pigs in a blanket, half for slow cooker barbecue smokies. So that is what that is for. And then we just kind of got turned on to this red lentil pasta. This is the penne. And my kids really, really like it. I kind of got it as a let's try this kind of deal a few weeks ago from Sprouts. And I was pleasantly surprised that they didn't tell me that it tasted like dry. Like sometimes the gluten-free ones that we've gotten for Chloe before, it just has that kind of dry, rubbery taste to it. And we didn't find that this had any of that flavor at all. But it's just made out of red lentils, has quite a bit of fiber in it. Plant-based protein is really high as well. And they just really like it. They have used it with like red sauce. A lot of times Chloe will just put butter on it. And so that has turned out to be a really good buy also. The Premier Protein. So going back to that, I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure that I was stocked in this because this is something that they can easily make for a lunch while they're home, and even have some left over for a snack, however they want to do it. But this is definitely something that they can make themselves, and it just kind of keeps us away from like the boxed macaroni. I mean, we do that once a week already because we kind of have our own hot lunch schedule for our house. So they take the same thing every Mondays. Then they take the same thing every Tuesdays. It's kind of like a whole routine that we have. And if you're interested in me doing a video on that, comment below. I would be happy to show you kind of our schedule, but we don't do school hot lunches. We just choose not to, but we do kind of have our own system. So anyway, enough with that squirrel. Then over here, I have got the Premier Protein. Christian absolutely loves this. He drinks one a day. It gives him a lot of protein that he may not otherwise get. And again, he is growing, so I wanted to make sure that I had this on stock. I really like this personally myself as well. It doesn't have like a chalky aftertaste. It's just really smooth. It's just kind of like a chocolate smoothie. And I really enjoy it. So I wanted to make sure I had a lot of those. I'll probably actually get one more before they're totally out, but this will keep us a little while. And then I wanted to start stocking up on some more cheese. Sorry for the crinkle. I like to get the cheese from Costco because I can separate it and freeze it. So if you did not know, you can freeze cheese. So I just kind of separate it according to how I cook. So usually I'll put like 2 cups per bag. Don't mind that. Someone is trying to call me. And so I wanted to start getting a head start on that because there is a casserole that I make for the kids with like cheese and tater tots, eggs, and another one that I make that is also eggs and cheese and some other things. And so I wanted to make sure that I had enough cheese on hand for those. Then we got some grapes. We go through grapes really fast here. And Costco's grapes are kind of the best for the best price that I have found. A lot of times if I get them from my Hy-Vee here, they are already spoily and they just don't last that long, but I find that I have a lot better luck at Costco. And then I got 5 dozen eggs, the cage-free, and when my kids are home, they go through a lot of eggs. Like I said, I just have all kinds of noises going on here today. We do a lot of egg casseroles. Christian, if he gets the desire, he'll just come in and cook a couple eggs for a snack. And so I wanted to make sure that I had those on hand as well. Plus with all of the baking that I'm going to be doing here in the next couple of weeks, I knew that I was going to need some eggs for that as well. And then chicken stock. I buy my chicken stock from Costco because, again, it's the best bang for my buck. We do a lot of soups, things like that take chicken stock in the recipe. And so I needed a little bit more of that because I am running low. And then I got some peppers. This is going to go into a breakfast recipe, but then I also slice these up and just kind of use them for myself for a snack throughout the day. It just kind of gives me that crunch that I'm looking for. With the colored peppers, I find they're a little bit sweeter, and so it kind of curbs that sweet temptation that I constantly fight. And so this for me is just a way better option than snacking on stuff that is yummy. So whatever. Then next, the last thing that I got from there is heavy whipping cream. They go in and out of having this in stock, but this by far, because I go through a lot of heavy whipping cream. If you've watched me very long, you know that I put this in my coffee. And so for me, it's just way cheaper to get it from Costco than to get the tiny little cartons from the grocery store or Walmart or Target. It just ends up costing me way more if I do it that way. So I got this not only for coffee creamer, but again, the baking and the cooking that is coming up in the next few weeks. I knew that I was going to need some. I'll probably grab another one before Christmas, but this will just kind of get me through the pre-Christmas baking and all of that. And then I'll be ready for one more just right before. So this is my Costco haul for today. Not anything super exciting, but I just wanted to kind of show you the things that I am starting to stock up on, knowing that my kids are going to be here and just kind of doing that little pre-plan, getting some different ideas for breakfasts, things that they like when they're home and we have more time to do it, quite honestly. And again, I'm going to do a video showing you guys how I prepare to have them home. I don't mean to like come across and sound like, oh my goodness, I have to totally prepare for my kids to come home. But you know what I mean. You tend to do more when they are home. You tend to cook more. They tend to eat more. And so just kind of having that head start so that quite honestly, yourself and them are not having to eat a lot of junk food, and you can just gradually prepare. That way, it's not total chaos when they are here, because as much as you love them, as much as I love my kids, you kind of get into a routine of not having them around and not having to think about, you know, feeding someone 3 meals a day. Obviously, you're doing breakfasts and lunches when they're in school, but it just looks a little bit different. And so just kind of getting that head start and pre-planning for that, just for me anyway, eliminates a lot of kind of the extra that comes along with having them home for breaks. I wanted to quick show you a few things that I got from my grocery store. It was kind of a separate thought throughout the day from the time that I started filming this. That's why I didn't say it in the beginning. But really quick, let me start over here. I got these beef corn dogs. They're gluten-free, and again, we kind of try to watch that with Chloe. She's not allergic, but just different things she's more sensitive to. So I wanted to try these. That way, if they did like them, I could get more for when they are home. And then I stocked up on our pancake mix. I always make really big batches of pancakes and waffles, and then I freeze them. That way in the mornings, they can just pull them out of the freezer, put them in the toaster, and obviously it's less time, less stress, less mess, all of that. So I needed to make sure that I was stocked up on that because we are running low. And then I got, again, sorry for the crinkle, I got some of these Southern style biscuits. They are the Pillsbury. I like doing it this way better than I do, say, the can like this, just because you can take however many out that you need and not have to try to figure out, like with these, when I take these out of the container, I just have to use them. I find that if I try to keep them in the fridge, it's just gross. So I like doing it this way. We do Egg McMuffins once a week. We kind of have a hot lunch schedule for breakfasts as well, where we do the same things every Monday, every Tuesday, you get it. And again, if you want me to show a video on that, then just go ahead and comment down below and I will do that. So I got those for the McMuffins. And then we needed more milk. This is the milk that we use. My kids find that it kind of digests a little bit easier, which, you know, good thing because that's what they claim here on their container. But it does. They kind of tell a difference if it's not A2 milk. And it literally tastes the same as other milk. And then I got these Grand's cinnamon rolls. This is kind of just a special treat every once in a while that we do, but they really like that brand. It's the Cinnabon cinnamon rolls. And then here are some crescents. I already have a few in the fridge, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough on hand. This is what we wrap pigs in a blanket. And then over here, I needed to stock up on my frozen vegetables. The mixed vegetables I use for either shepherd's pie or pot pie. And then I needed some more corn, not only for Christmas, but also for sides for dinner. And then same thing with the sweet peas. For these also, we use them to put in pasta. When the kids take macaroni and cheese every Wednesday, I also put peas in their macaroni and cheese. That way they are getting a vegetable, they're getting some more nutrients, and it's not just straight up carbs. And then I got some dinner rolls. We really like this brand a lot, and I wanted to make sure that I was stocked up appropriately for Christmas because I don't know what I was thinking, but I did not for Thanksgiving and ended up not being able to get these. Like, they were out everywhere. So was not gonna make that mistake again. So I got 2 bags of those. And then I needed this broccoli for a soup that we're making tonight that I'm actually going to be videoing. So you guys will get the recipe on that. And then we needed more pancake syrup. This is the one that we like and that we use. And then I needed just some plain old batteries. just for different things for Christmas. I wanted to make sure that I was stocked up on those. So a lot of you ask me how many batteries I go through in my house because a lot of my stuff is on a timer. I actually use rechargeable batteries because that would cost a fortune. So I have enough rechargeable batteries that I just charge them over and over, and that saves me tons and tons and tons of money. So I don't use this type of battery in my battery operated lighting throughout my house. And then lastly, we just got some of these little candy snacks. Chloe is putting together a little kind of Christmas bag for her friends, and this is part of what is going in them. I still need to grab a couple more that the grocery store did not have for the other girls, but this is what that is for. I suggested to Christian, like, you know, do you want to do something for your friends? And I was quickly made aware that boys don't do that. So it's just very funny, the differences between the two. So that is what I got from the grocery store. Again, not super exciting, but hopefully just kind of a little insight, I guess, to the different things that we do here to try and save a little bit of time throughout the week, but also to kind of prepare for getting into Christmas meal planning. That way you're not left in a bind because you are needing a lot of the same things that everybody else is needing as well. So again, if you just put a little bit of time in on the beginning, it saves you lots and lots of time and stress on the end. I'm so sorry, I still had a bag by the door that I totally forgot, but I really quick wanted to talk to you about a couple of these items because I think you might be interested. So obviously bananas, Christian goes through bananas like crazy. He kind of drizzles honey over them and just eats them plain. But the other two things that I wanted to talk to you about, these pretzel buns are so good. And every Thursday our kids take hot dogs to school for lunch. And this is the bun that they use for their hot dog. And they just like it a lot better than just your regular white hot dog bun. It just adds a little bit different flavor and they prefer that. So what I do is I freeze these. So I freeze 2 at a time because obviously I have 2 kids and so I just need 2 at a time. But then I cut them prior to putting them in the freezer. That way they already have the slit down the middle. And then during the day, I just take them out in the morning when I'm putting lunch together. And then during the day, it has that whole time up until lunch to thaw out. And by the time it's lunchtime, it is 100% thawed and nice and moist and just ready to go. So that is what we use these for. And then my Oreos, so half of these are for a recipe that I'm going to be making. And then the other half, what I do is I don't like to buy the individual like packs of stuff for lunches. I just find that it's way overpriced. So what I do is I just buy them in the bulk size and then I do my own separating. So I'll put 2 cookies in a baggie and then that way I can just kind of grab and go when I'm making their lunches and it saves me a lot of money. Now really quick, let me show you what I got from Target. So here is my mini Target haul. Don't mind my counter, my kids are home now. And it's getting dark out, so I have to hurry and do this so it's not too dark. But just really quick, these are the few things that I got from Target. Some of them I think are really fun. So I got these Cat and Jack pants for Chloe. She has a school performance that is actually going to be done via video, but then they're going to send it out to all of the parents to watch so that we don't have like a big congregated group watching their Christmas play. But she just has to wear something festive and it can't be jeans. And she didn't really want to wear a dress this year. So I found these really cute corduroys from Target. and they are skinny. So, you know, they're just tapered at the bottom like normal skinny jeans or whatever, but they specifically said no jeans, and so this was a good alternative. It's got the button fly. She can wear these to school if she wants to afterwards, or they're even appropriate enough to wear to church, I think, with like a really pretty sweater. So she's going to wear these with like a black tank and then a really fuzzy black sweater, just a cardigan. And then the next thing that I got was this Chesapeake Bay Mind and Body Relax and Restore, and it is sage peppermint. So I got this one for my office, and it smells really, really good. I always throw the lids away. I just never see a purpose to keep them. And so I will go ahead and put this in my office on my desk. I have burned the one in there pretty much all the way down to the quick, so definitely time for a new one. And then I burned the one in the kitchen almost all the way down, and so I'm going to replace it with this sugared birch, and it is by Hearth and Hand. So this is the Magnolia label, but I just really thought it was cute. It's got kind of that stamped lettering. And then I just go ahead and I put them right here. And if you saw my tour, you know, again, the counter friends, but that's real life. So I have this bouquet here, and then I just keep my candle there on that little cake stand. And then I just wanted to get something fun for the kids, so I grabbed this Swiss Miss. I know, probably not the most healthy, not the most healthy. But there are no artificial sweeteners, preservatives, or colors, flavors, all that stuff. So it is what it is. So I grabbed that, but then I saw these really cute Wonder Shop hot cocoa spoons, and they've got little peppermint chips on them and that little marshmallow. So I thought that would be really fun. Obviously, I'm sure all of you know how these work, but you just warm up your hot cocoa and then you just stir those in there, and it just makes it a little more chocolatey and obviously in this case more pepperminty. And then I got some of the Nivea Shea Daily Moisture. I really like this one. My skin gets super dry in the winter. My feet get really dry because I can't stand wearing socks. So I walk around here all the time without socks, and that just really dries them out. But I find that this is the one thing that really helps with just the constant itching, to where I don't really have any. When I use other brands, I find it just, like, my body just sucks it up so fast that it doesn't last, but this doesn't do that. So for those of you with really dry seasonal skin, you might try this. And then I got some dog treats for Daisy and Piper. We like the crunchy treats, peanut butter. And then they really, I say we as if I'm eating them, they. And then the Buddy Softies, and that is also peanut butter. And then lastly, I wanted to try out this salted caramel. This is by the Target brand Good and Gather. And it's just a light roast. A lot of you know I don't use the pods, like the K-Cup pods. I have the pods, so let me just show you here. I keep my little pods in this little jar here, which is from Target also. But I buy these, and then I just, where's the thing? I just pop this open and fill that, and that way I can put fresh coffee in there, and it's not like the stuff that is so stale in the K-Cups. At least that was my experience. So really excited to try out this salted caramel. I've been drinking pumpkin spice for months, and I just wanted to kind of change things up a little bit. So that is what I got from Target. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that it gave you maybe a couple ideas of things that you could do in your home, or maybe some stocking stuffer ideas, who knows. If you did like the video, I would love it if you would just click on like. It just helps me know that you guys enjoy this type of content. That way I can keep doing it or not keep doing it. If you're not following along on Instagram, jump over there and follow along with us. I post Elf on the Shelf every day and different pictures of our home throughout the day, but it's just a way for you to get to know me outside of an edited video. And we would love it if you would join our YouTube community here. So if you feel so inclined, click on that subscribe button and become a part of our community here in the Intentional Farmhouse. Until next time, friends, just remember, what if equals fear, but even if equals faith. So create a life that you love living, even if. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.